Ryan Phillips of Story of the Year joins me, Ned, on the Underground. Ryan, how are you, man?
Doing good, man. Happy to be talking to you.
Oh, man, happy for you to be joining me. Now, you're coming out here in August to play Page Avenue in its entirety. Are you a big nostalgic type guy?
I didn't used to be, and then a weird thing happened. I got old, and I have so many memories and emotions tied up in these songs and this record in particular. It's been unexpectedly awesome to play it live and to kind of revisit some of these feelings that I kind of even didn't know I had, if that makes any sense at all. Um, it's been incredible, to be honest with you.
Oh, that's amazing right there. And I was going to throw back to that year. Do you remember what you were doing around the time of the release date, Ryan? Like back in 2003?
Oh, dude, yeah, we all worked at a pizza shop together, and we quit our job and moved to California, and things worked out. So I remember moving home from California. We all shared a house. We had a band house in Southern California.
Nice.
And we moved. So we live in Missouri, which is in the middle of the country, in the middle of the United States. So we moved from Los Angeles back home to the middle of the country. And I was sleeping in my mom's basement. Our bass player, Adam, was also sleeping in my mom's basement at some point. But anyway, I remember seeing Until the Day I Die on MTV. I don't know if anyone listening to this or watching this will remember MTV. It used to play music videos. But I remember being in my mom's living room and watching my band on MTV. And it was like a buzzworthy, and it was like a real hit on the radio. It was a hit on MTV. And I was like, this is the strangest thing, that I'm eating leftover meatloaf in my mom's house, watching myself on MTV, you know? And then we went on tour after that, and most of 2003 was just us touring. So, yeah.
Oh, that is amazing right there. Well, I was going to throw you back to 2003. You had some tough competition. I looked back, Beyonce and Jay-Z, Crazy in Love. That was the number one in 2003. We had the Motorola Razr flip flop. Did you have one of those, Ryan?
Did you say a flip phone?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. I kind of want to go back to a flip phone, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I need my maps on my phone. I have a horrible sense of direction. I need maps to get around town and stuff. But yeah. I swear to God, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't even mind having a flip phone again.
Let's go straight back to the flip phone. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hit you with the most hard-hitting question of your career right here. And it's a lighthearted one. What hero would you like to see drown?
None of them, dude. That'd be murder. Then I'd have PTSD and it would suck.
Well, probably the better question is what hero would be most likely to drown, I guess.
Oh. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. I don't know.
I don't know either, man. I was going for some fun there. Hey, it sounds
probably. Never mind. I was gonna say a really bad joke that I can't say. As it was coming out of my mouth, I realized I can't say it. So sorry. Go ahead.
That's pretty much everything that I say, man. So some wild lads back in the day, running from the cops on the freeway. Is that a true story?
Yeah, I mean that's so much of our youth was wrapped around skateboarding, man. We all were skateboard friends way before we were a band, and where we lived, it was a very frequent occurrence where police would come and kick you off places and reprimand you. Sometimes our tour manager that was with us at the very beginning, we were out skating one day and they threw him on the ground and stepped on his neck, and cops back in the day just really hated skateboarders. And it's funny how much of our youth was trying to evade being harassed by police,
Yeah, that's crazy right there.
So that's kind of where that comes from. Yeah.
Jeez.
But now we're totally respectable adults now. So
Clean cut gentlemen. I like it.
We are totally clean cut, wholesome adults now.
Love it right there, man. But hey, off the nostalgic side of things, you guys still going strong to this day. Tear Me to Pieces is a great album, man. Are we going to hear any of that on the tour as well, or is it just strictly playing the Page Avenue in its entirety?
No, we're doing the entire Page Avenue record, but yeah, we're definitely throwing in new ones too. It's been awesome playing that stuff live. Yeah. So it'll be like the whole record plus more, you know?
Yeah, crazy. And you were talking about earlier that you guys started off in a pizza shop and how crazy it was, you know, seeing your video on MTV and all that kind of thing. What do you think you'd be doing if you didn't sort of blow up and become what you are today, Ryan?
Dude, I have no clue. I mean, I do photography to kind of, you know, there was a couple years where we were kind of a part-time band. Yeah. And to, you know, to keep myself busy and keep using that creative muscle. Like I'm really into photography. I did a lot of photo work that I still do sometimes. So I'd probably be doing that, but man, like school was not for me. Yeah. I barely graduated. I had to go an extra year. It's like, I couldn't focus on anything besides music. I mean, I knew when I was very young, I wanted to make music my career and my life's work, and my, you know, it was my main passion in life. So I mean, I had so much trouble just focusing on anything else besides music. So if anyone out there is wanting advice on school, I'm not your dude, but in terms of music, it was just everything to me, and I worked so hard, like so hard, you know? So I don't know, that's it's just kind of been everything to me, you know?
Yeah, it's such a feel-good story, man. I love it right there. And glad to hear that we're not going down that track of not being in a band, because you guys definitely still going strong. And heading out to Australia, that's the reason why you're here talking to me. Do you have fond memories from down here, Ryan? You've been down here a bunch.
Yeah. And real quick, to just to put a cap on your previous question, like I truly don't know. Like, I wouldn't be the same person here talking to you if I wasn't doing music full time, you know, because it is like truly like my medicine and my freaking religion and my church. And you know, my kids get to see their dad do something that he loves and that pays for the house and the bills and stuff. And so yeah, like, I'm really happy that it all worked out, and I'm here talking to you right now because, man, I have no clue. I have no clue. Okay, sorry. Australia, what were you saying?
No, I love that answer. And just on that really quickly, because we are, you know, what do your kids do? Does it spin them out that you're up there playing music, or is it just a normalcy to them?
Oh, it's normal. It's all they've ever known. So
yeah,
I'm just dad, which I like way prefer, you know?
Yeah, no, and on Australia, man, I was just going to say, like, you've been out here a bunch of times. What are your fondest memories from out here?
Dude, it's, I feel like a broken record because I say this all the time, but I promise you, I truly mean it. My favorite thing about Australia is the people. And I feel like everyone is just a little bit nicer, a little bit healthier, a little bit happier, just a little bit more authentic, a little bit more like, you talk to people, they look you right in the eye, and they actually just seem, I don't know, we love going there so much. And it's not one thing in particular, it's like 25 things all grouped together, you know? I just love the people there very much.
Oh man, love hearing that right there. And yeah, too, man. So I want to grab a recommendation from you, Ryan, before I let you go. Like, what's something that you'd recommend? Like, you're a big photographer. Is there anything else that you'd recommend to your fans checking this one out?
Oh, dude. Okay. Can we do it with music?
Yeah, of course.
Instead of photography. There's a band called Bill Murray. I don't know if you've ever heard of Bill Murray. Have you heard? Okay, dude. Yeah, I think they're doing some really interesting creative stuff. So I would recommend checking them out. It's really good stuff.
Awesome, man. All right. And you can check your photography out. I am Ryan Phillips on Instagram, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct.
Be sure to hit this man up. And of course, story of the year heading our way with Census Fail in August, playing on the 4th in Perth, the 5th in Adelaide, the 8th sold out in my hometown of Melbourne, the 9th in Sydney at the Roundhouse, and wrapping things up on the 11th in Brisbane. Ryan, thank you so much for taking time out and talking to me, man. Really appreciate it.
I appreciate it as well, dude. Have a good night.